All right, hi everyone. It's me, Contrary Motion, back again with another Suikoden Sunday. We finished Suikoden 2 last week, so now we're going to go through the Suikogaidens again. For those of you unfamiliar, these are two visual novels that were released in between Suikoden 2 and Suikoden 3, and they kind of fill in the story a little bit and connect the two. And they're told from the standpoint of Nash, who then returns in Suikoden 3 as a sort of major character. So we've done this before on stream, and the lessons I learned are that visual novels take a lot out of me. So I can't do them for as long as I do a normal JRPG stream, because I'm talking 100% of the time. Hey, Wonderwell. Oh, there are deeper cuts than this, surely. We could somehow do some kind of audio drama or something, I imagine. Or go through one of the mangas. So we've done this before. So the one thing is, I'm going to do 2 chapters of these at a time. Each of these 2 games has 4 chapters, so it'll take 4 weeks to get through all of them reading. I'm going to try and make some different choices compared to when we went through last time. Unfortunately, I did lose my save data from last time, so the gallery is starting over from scratch. But some of the major choices I think I have to make the same, because it turns out if you collect a whole bunch of luck points and then spend them all to jump over the chasm where the bridge is out, you can't get the best ending for this. So we're not going to do that this time anyway. But I think we actually have to be mean to Sierra. Oh no. All right. So as always, when we start off a new game, we're going to watch the intro, and then hopefully the save data transfer will work smoothly. Ah, damn it. I already did that wrong. Now I have to reset. All the buttons are shifted compared to usual Suikoden controls again. Normally I can handle that, but when I'm looking at Suikoden, it's much harder. Alright, hopefully this will go straight into the intro, though. Please let me know if the audio balance is right. It's always hard to judge. I tried to do a test with the recording, but you can never tell. So funny to me because KCET is the local PBS station in Los Angeles. It amuses me to think of them as being responsible for this game. Hi, Skylar. Sorry. I got distracted. Oh yeah, we got an update to lie about this being Suikoden 2. For discoverability. Oh, I like this song. Makes it look like Nash was at Joey and Julia's wedding when he definitely was not. I really appreciate all of the animated bits in the opening, considering we don't see those in the game. They're specifically for the opening. Okay, oops, this is gonna start over again if I don't press start. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can reload the game data. Oops, shit. Buttons are all different. Please work. Please work. Please work. No, those are the only animated bits. Oh, yes, it worked. Hero named Rio, Cutie Army, Nyan Castle. This is the right game. So let's go. So I'm going to do each chapter as well as I can in a go, and we'll take a short break in between the chapters. And so then, when I'm done with the 2 chapters today, to keep the stream going, I'll swap over to the playthrough I'm doing currently of Final Fantasy X, which I'm not doing 100% on stream, but I figure it's something to watch. But there's a 95% chance OBS will crash if I try to switch over anyway, so I'm gonna briefly stop the stream and restart. Alright, let's go. Oh, let's see if we can make this less crackly, please. Alright, I may have to, How is this volume level, by the way? Let me close what I can close, just to free up some memory. Except for the avatar, that's not gonna work. Well, this looks to be about as good as it's gonna get. Alright. It's been 2 days since I crossed Highland's border. I'm headed for Muse, the capital of the city-states of Jostin, but it's still far away. Hey, you're slouching again. My name is Nash. Nash Latchkey. That's the pronunciation we're gonna go with, because it's Latchkia is weird and sounds like a potato pancake. As a special ops agent of Holy Harmonia's Southern Frontier Defense Force, I've been sent out on an important mission to infiltrate this land. Hey, I told you not to sway so much. The Defense Force has received information that one of the 27 true runes has appeared in the city-states of Jostin. I'm here to find out if this legendary true rune really does exist, and if it does, try to obtain it for Harmonia. Nothing out of the ordinary. I get orders like this all the time. It'd be nice if things actually worked out for once. I feel like the music's probably a little loud. I'm gonna bring it down just a tiny bit. Ugh, my headache is getting even worse. Now I'll never be able to fall asleep. Sometimes I wonder if this is karma. Chasing rumors like this is like trying to catch a cloud. Anyone will tell you it's a waste of time. At least I have some kind of lead this time. You really are useless, are you not? We'll never reach Muse at this rate. Shut up! Stop complaining up there! Why must I be your baggage boy? If anyone's useless, it's you, not me. There you go, mouthing off like that again. I thought you wanted clues about the true runes, I might have said something like that, but... And besides, you were the one who offered to carry my luggage in the first place. But that was... I only and very grudgingly agreed to travel with you because you said you would do anything, even carry my luggage if I told you my story. You're not going to tell me that you lied, are you? I was thinking more along the lines of a handbag or something. It's pointless. It's pointless for me to try and reason with a 1,000-year-old vampire. She may look like a sweet young lady on the outside, but inside she's nothing but a sly and arrogant old woman who doesn't even have an ounce of shame. She's supposedly the rightful bearer of one of the 27 true runes, the Moon Rune. Whoa, what just happened to the... Oh, okay. It was just a weird part of the loop. She's supposedly the rightful bearer of one of the 27 true runes, the Moon Rune, which would mean that she's the founder of all vampires, those beings who dwell in darkness. Well, she's the only clue I've got. But I never agreed to carry you as well. I'm starving and I've not slept in ages. It would be cruel to make me walk through a wasteland like this. If you feel that strongly about it, why didn't you just hire a carriage? I could not hire a carriage in the last town. They were all out. There was simply no helping it. More importantly... No fighting now, you hear?
No, you can't. It's mine. I just want to look. Come on, let me see it.
Oh dear me, I'm glad you two are so energetic, but you mustn't fight. Hey, Sierra. What was it you said about the carriages? Shut up.
It'll be fine. Let me see it. Let me see it. No way. It's mine. Ah!
As Sierra watched, the toy the kobold children were fighting over slipped out of one of their hands and flew through the air, landing right at my feet. What's this? A doll? Definitely looks like a kobold butler. It was a wooden doll. It was extremely well made for a toy. Are kobolds good enough with their hands to make something like this? With their paws? Return that to them right away. Right away. Quickly. Huh? What are you getting so worked up about? Here you go. Don't drop it next time, okay? Thank you so much. Go on now, thank him for picking it up for you. Thank you. You're brothers, so try and get along and not fight too much, alright?
Okay.
Well then, please excuse us. Finally. I thought they would never leave. That's not very nice. You got something against kobolds, or what? It is none of your business. That would have been a good time to ask for a ride, though. Oh! Damn it. I should have asked if they had any room for us. In any case, I am still extremely thirsty. Well, you'll just have to hold on until we reach Muse, won't you? I'm pretty sure this rumor about the true rune is exactly that. Just a rumor. The 27 true runes are the source of energy for this world. It's said that their bearers gain immortality and incredible strength. I wouldn't believe it for a second if I wasn't traveling with one of them. I'm pleased to see that your physical condition isn't so bad that you can't walk, oh honored founder. My condition?
You cannot begin to fathom what kind of condition I am in.
You think? I'm glad I don't. I'm glad I can't. It usually only takes about 2 days to get to Muse, but who knows how long it'll take at this pace. I hope we won't be too late. Huh? Sierra's being surprisingly quiet. Ah! Whoa! What are you trying to do to me?
What? It's just a little blood.
Alright, so we are gonna be mean to Sierra a little bit in this playthrough. Because you need to for luck points. Well, actually, you know what? Here, I've got another idea. We'll be nice to her, and then we'll take a different path in Muse. Unfortunately, this means we don't get to see the maid fight. We'll see the butler fight again like we did last time.
Is complaining the only thing you can do? Why do you not try to be of some use to me? I should be focusing on getting the moon rune back. I allowed you to accompany me because you said you wanted to find out more about the true runes, but what do? You just complain and complain endlessly. You good for nothing.
I get it. Just don't bite me. I won't complain anymore.
I sincerely hope you do not. But I suppose you believe in the superstition that you would become a vampire too, if I sucked your blood. I would only turn someone I actually like into a vampire.
So I'm not your type, huh? That's too bad.
Too bad? What is too bad is that mouth of yours. If you were not so impudent, you might actually be bearable.
Yeah. I complain too much and I talk too much. Once again, Sierra turned me to her pack animal. All this just for the sake of a clue that might lead me to a true rune. Sierra's complaining shows no signs of letting up. In that regard, at least, she's quite energetic. The sun's gonna set soon. It looks like we'll be camping out again tonight. We better start making preparations. Hey, Sierra, get up already. Sierra? Sierra! Sierra! She's fast asleep. Yeah, we lose popularity points every time we're mean to her, so let's just work on popularity. You know, when she's quiet, she's kinda cute.
What? Are we there yet?
Yeah, right. It looks like we're gonna be camping out again tonight, so don't you think we better start getting ready?
Camping, huh? There should be a mansion near here. We'll stay the night there.
A mansion? Near here? Are you sure? A decent meal and a soft bed would really hit the spot.
I cannot promise they will offer lodging to a baggage boy like you, but you can try asking.
Yeah. Interesting that it's the Green Hill theme here, but I guess it's just meant to telegraph being fancy. I'm gonna keep the audio a little lower, I guess, because it is very crackly, so it might be less disturbing if it's lower.
Perched atop a high hill, the mansion loomed over the road. A tall tower with a dome-shaped roof rose out of the middle of the building, giving it an oddly unbalanced look. Maybe this is the estate of some rich lord or other who owns a bunch of land around here. We stood at the entrance to the mansion. I expected to have to beg a grumpy gatekeeper to let us stay the night, but instead we were promptly greeted by a well-groomed butler. I apologize for having kept you waiting. Do you have business here? Well, how should I put this? Well, state our business. What are you waiting for? Well, that's... We were hoping we could stay the night here. Pardon? Well, this woman, Sierra, says she's going to spend the night. Could you put us up for the night? You're traveling with... Lady Sierra? Please wait just a moment. I'll see if I can accommodate you. Huh? You sounded like he knew you or something. Do you know someone here? Quite. You could say that we're old friends. Old friends, huh? Did you just emphasize the word old? No, not at all. You must have been imagining things. Hey, I apologize for the wait. My master welcomes you. Please do come in. I'm saved. I really owe you one, buddy. Pardon? Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Come on, Sierra, let's go in. A hot bath would really do the trick right about now. I'm covered in dirt from all this traveling. I can't wait to wash it all away. Come on, Sierra, hurry it up. Get a move on. Really, what an impulsive man you are. We were shown into the lavishly decorated mansion. I will guide you to your room. Please, this way. Now this is what I call a room. This furniture must be worth a pretty penny. And what do you know of furniture? Though this room is not bad, I suppose. Please use this room as you wish. The bath is being prepared in another room. Good work. I trust that a meal will be offered after the bath? Don't you think that's asking a bit much? It wouldn't kill you to show a little self-restraint, would it? Please pardon me. Arrangements will be made immediately. You say that, but you're not any better yourself. Finally washed off all that dirt, I feel like a new man. If I had to carry that luggage of yours one more day, I'd have shriveled up and died. After we eat, I'm ready to just sink into that soft, fluffy bed and get some sleep. That might be hoping for too much. Huh? Call it a young maiden's intuition. If you say so. As sarcastic as ever. But I'll let you off this time. Sarcastic? Excuse me. I've brought you some beverages. The meal will be ready shortly.
Wow, you guys sure are polite here. Thanks. I think gracious is probably the term that they were looking for.
Your hard work is appreciated. By the way, how do you open the windows in this room? You cannot open the windows. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I was in such a rush...
Oh, she was asking.
It seems I was in such a rush to prepare your room that I forgot to unlock the windows.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Miss,
Oh, I'm called Ayana. If there's anything I can do for you, please just let me know.
we're the ones at fault, showing up out of the blue like we did. I don't mind leaving the window closed, it's fine.
No, it's entirely my fault. Please forgive my negligence. I'll go get the key right away. Otherwise, you won't be able to let in Otherwise, you won't be able to let in any fresh air.
I'll be counting on you then.
Yes, sir. Just leave it to me.
You get a luck point for being gross, but, you lose popularity too.
Well, you sure got rid of her quickly. That was not very nice.
Uh-huh.
I apologize for making you wait. The meal has been prepared. Please come to the dining room.
I wonder if I can use the left-hand Suikoden controls with this. Oh, I see the microphone is in front of my mouth. Oops. Sorry about the shifting. Wow, this guy must be loaded. Ooh, they do work.
Do not stare like that. You obviously were not brought up very well.
Hey, I may not look like it, but I actually had a very good upbringing. Alright then, no sense in waiting. Let's eat!
Please, show some restraint. Wolfing down your food like that, you're no better than a dog.
Huh? You should do it too, Sarah. Are you gonna eat? It's good.
Do not talk with your mouth full.
See, how'd I know? How'd I know? I've already played this, but besides that, how'd I know? Don't worry over the little things, and always enjoy your food. That's the way it's done in the Latchkey household.
Would you like more soup?
Oh, yes, please.
You sure seem to be enjoying your food. It was worth making it just for that.
You made this?
I just helped. Oh my, you've got some food on your face. Honestly, you're such a slob.
Knock it off! I'm not a kid. Oh, hey, Sunmaid. Thank you for the resub.
You two certainly get along well. Well, please wait while I prepare another serving.
You're here just in time for things to get interesting in this mysterious manner. Nasha's a cutie, though.
You seem to be enjoying yourselves. Would you care for some wine? By all means. Certainly. By the way, butler, is there something wrong with your master? It's been so long since I saw him last. I was hoping to get a chance to see him again. I'm terribly sorry. At the moment, my master is busy attending to an urgent matter that requires his attention. He asks me to give you his regards, Lady Sierra.
Is that so? I came all this way to visit him, and this is the reception I get? How cold. Nonetheless, this is a very nice mansion. It's well maintained.
I'm honored by your praise.
The tower in the middle of the mansion. What do you use that for? It is quite large.
It is a place of worship. Our master is a very devout man.
Huh? The view from up there must be amazing. Could I go up and have a look tomorrow?
I'm very sorry, but you may not enter the tower without the master's permission.
Does your master go into the tower often?
Yes. It is a place where he can be alone to meditate and reflect.
Well, I'm stuffed. My compliments to the chef. His cooking would be a huge hit even in Crystal Valley.
I'm pleased it was satisfactory.
Yes, that was quite a feast. Please convey my gratitude to the chef and your master as well.
It would be my pleasure. I'll give your message to my master tomorrow, if circumstances permit.
So am I to assume that I'll not be speaking to him tonight?
Well, have a little restraint for once, Sierra. It'll upset your stomach.
You're one to talk. Who are you to lecture me on restraint?
I forget which is which here.
Shouldn't we inform the master of the Founder's presence?
It doesn't matter. It will all be over by tomorrow. You better not mess up.
Understood.
I think I did that right. Good. That is an interesting thing about video games and RPGs in general, is when they don't have voice acting, they can do this thing where they have somebody you know talking but disguise who it is, even though if you actually heard their voice you would know it was them.
Well, I think I will go to sleep soon. You be sure to get a good night's rest too.
So you say, but in the end I'm still sleeping on the couch, aren't I?
I do not mind sharing the bed.
You're just saying that so you can sink your teeth into my neck while I sleep, aren't you? I'm fine with the couch. I kind of like Nash being rude to Sierra, but Sierra still being rude to Nash. I think it works better for the way he talks about her later on.
I put out the lights and Sierra and I fell asleep in our respective beds. In the dead of night, I awake with a start. Something doesn't feel right. In the military, you develop certain senses. I'm trained to wake up at the slightest hint of bloodlust, no matter how deeply asleep I am. Sierra. Sierra! Be silent. I am awake. Do you feel that? Somebody's coming. I take it you did not order room service.
What kind of room service emanates bloodlust like that? There are 2, 3, maybe 4 people. They're trying to conceal their footsteps, but they haven't received much training. You got all that from the sound of their footsteps. Not bad for a human.
I'm honored by your compliment. By the way, Sierra, your old friend, by any chance, is he...
Of course. Did I forget to mention that we are of the same persuasion?
I think that's better. Better choice of words.
The only business I have is with him. I will leave the lowly ones to the lowly you. So this was your plan all along. Indeed. As you are a seeker of the true runes, you should know.
Know what?
True rune bearers are no ordinary foes.
I see. I'll have to remember that. I put my ear to the floor and focused on the sound of the footsteps. By judging the intervals between the strides and the way the floor creaked, I could estimate their weight and height. Even though they tried not to, they made some noise. They proved themselves amateurs after all. We don't have any time to set elaborate traps. We'll have to work with what we have on hand. I'll have to show off my brains and skill here. Calmly, I looked around the room. In the bathroom, there's still some water left in the bathtub. Next to it is a full-length mirror. Well then, I'll...
Alright, so we can do any of these, but we get an extra scene if we turn over the bathtub, so we may as well do that.
I quickly dragged the bathtub out of the bathroom and carefully turned it over. The door flew open with a bang and they poured into the room. Why'd they even bother to try to conceal their footsteps?
Yeah, you don't really associate zombies with being super stealthy.
With the water on the floor, I could determine my enemy's position by the sounds they made. I aimed my right hand at the floor and reached into my sleeve with my left hand. Using my spring-operated dart launcher, I fired an iron dart straight into the floor. Sierra!
You are so bothersome. Be aware that you'll owe me for this.
Sierra shot a bolt of lightning at the iron dart. The electricity shot across the floor and struck the intruders, downing them all in one fell swoop. It was much more effective than just blindly shooting at them in the dark.
It'll take more than 4 of these guys to beat me.
I do believe I was the one who defeated them.
As if. We won because I poured the water on the floor.
By the way, this is not time for idle chatter.
Huh?
Did they get back up?
They're zombies! The undead! Wretched creatures.
Well, this is some friend you've got. How are we gonna kill the undead?
When dealing with evil or the black arts, the answer is simple. Burn them until they're naught but ashes.
So, why are you taking it so leisurely? Alright, we gotta use a talisman because we didn't build up enough luck by being rude to Sierra to run away.
Somehow the window's been sealed with a magical barrier. It's not my style to do things as slapdash as this, but I don't have any other choice. I whip a Dancing Flames talisman out of my pocket.
So I guess they are useful after all.
I've been saving this. Burn them to ashes, Dancing Flames!
Oh, well done. Nice and crisp. You're so stingy. You should have just used it from the beginning.
I said that I was saving it. I only have one more of these left.
I see.
So, let's go greet the master of the mansion.
He's been such a gracious host, we have to return the favor. That didn't take us to, number 6. This flowchart is wrong. So we missed whatever scene I thought I was going to get us. It went straight to the undead encounter. Alright.
We headed to the 3rd floor, leaving the guest room on the 2nd floor behind.
Oops, I've deselected the window.
The entrance to the tower where Sierra's old friend is waiting is probably on this floor. Looks like there's a path here.
To find our dear guests in a place like this in the middle of the night, I'm afraid this is terribly awkward.
We've been invited to a party. Your master didn't want us to leave without saying hello.
Enough of this farce, butler. You're little more than a puppet. I have no need for you. My master is unlikely to grant you an audience, particularly as he is not aware that you're visiting us at all, Lady Sierra. Oh, perhaps you are more than a mere butler. But your decision to not report my presence to your master will only work to my benefit. I cannot allow my master to come in contact with the Founder. Take your leave of this place.
Oh, those are some nails. It's like when my cat climbs on me.
The butler's fingernails grew into sharp claws. There isn't a single opening in his stance. He seemed different from the stiff zombies from before.
I will leave him to you, Nash.
Yeah, leave him to... What? Give me a hand here, Sierra.
No. I've used too much of my power already. Cease your blabbering.
The butler's claws cut through the air. I jump backwards, narrowly avoiding his attack, and quickly pull out a talisman from my pocket. I guess it can't be helped. Take this. I'll burn you to a crisp. Dancing Flames!
Damn it! You!
A faint light radiated from the talisman I held, but...
Uh-oh. We used the only working one.
Hurry up. He does not seem to be burning. A while ago, you did say that you'd been saving that talisman.
The talisman I'd taken out fluttered uselessly to the floor.
You dare threaten me? Unforgivable.
His claws slashed at me with superhuman speed and power. I somehow managed to avoid them, but if he keeps this up, I'll be driven into a corner. In that case...
let's see. Do we want to buy some time or attack with our darts? Does it make any difference? It does not. So let's attack with our darts.
I guess there's no avoiding it. I'll take you on. Come on! Pointing my right hand at the butler, I ready my left hand in preparation for the attack. Have at you! Just before the butler carves through my body, I pull the trigger of the dart launcher hidden in the glove of my right hand, firing an iron dart at the butler.
Yeah! You're a clever one. Yeah!
How's that? The rest are made of silver. That should be a little effective, right? What could you possibly defeat with that? The butler had fallen down, but he slowly stood back up. The wounds he'd taken from the darts had already begun to heal. Ah, seems like it's time for round 2.
I've had it with you.
Oh man, this is bad. Sierra, help me out here. No, I need to conserve my energy. Say what you like, it's all pointless if we die here. You will manage somehow. Somehow? That's so irresponsible. It was then that I noticed the butler's attacks had stopped.
This begins to bore me.
That's so. Well, you're certainly not lacking in confidence, are you?
Well then, how about this?
The butler opened his mouth and out came a piercing wail, sending a shockwave at me. Damn it. There's no way he'll falter and miss me. As he struck a blow, I quickly drew a knife from the holder in my left hand and somehow managed to block the force of his claws, but not his murderous intent.
I'd hoped you'd catch them. And now, the finishing blow.
His strength is inhuman. His claws inch closer and closer toward the tip of my nose. Hey, you're forgetting something.
The founder, you mean? Regrettably, she seems to have disappeared. Seems you've been abandoned, poor thing. How pitiful.
Yeah.
Now, resign yourself.
It's almost time.
Hmm?
Gentle light radiated from the magic circle drawn on the floor, shining on my back and enveloping the room. As the rays of light touched the butler, he cried out in agony. You're strong, but not strong enough. The butler's body began to crumble and soon vanished. Once the light had faded, Sierra emerged from the shadows in the corridor.
Well, well. He was shivering when he first saw you take out that talisman, but he ignored it when he thought it did not work. What a fool.
Yeah. I picked up the exorcism talisman from the floor. It had a dramatic effect on the undead, but its flaw was the amount of time it took to activate. I actually wanted to save it for this master guy.
You might as well have thrown it away. A talisman of that level would have little effect on him. Even if you did bring it with you, he would just laugh at you. Well, let us go.
A reunion with an old friend, huh? At the end of a corridor on the 3rd floor, I opened the door that seemed to be the entrance to the tower. Looking at what lies in front of us, I can't help but sigh. Before us is another door, made of steel. It looms over me. I cautiously approach the door and give it a push. It doesn't budge an inch. It doesn't appear to be a handle or keyhole or any kind, so I can only conclude it's some sort of portcullis. I look around for something to lift it with, but can't find anything. Maybe it can only be opened from the other side. What should we do? There are probably still zombies coming after us. We've gotten this far. We aren't leaving until we meet the master of this mansion. I've got a favor to ask, Sierra.
What is it?
I'm gonna blow up this door. But it'll take me a while to prepare, so...
I sense the approach of a group of undead coming our way. I assume it is about that?
Can you do something about it?
You ask such troublesome things. I can conjure up a barrier around this door to ward off evil, but it will only last a short while. Will that be sufficient?
I'll manage. Sierra, I'm counting on you.
Admirable words coming from you. How ominous.
Says the one who usually responds to requests with, "I don't wanna."
That is because you are never serious. I cannot abide insincere requests. But this time is different.
I took out some wire, paper, and gunpowder from my cloak. Over the course of 2 years, I was trained in the secrets of gunpowder and gunmaking by the Howling Voice Guild, an organization that holds a unique position in Harmonia. It was an art I had practiced until I thought I'd vomit blood. I never got to become a gunner and be chosen by a gun, but I did learn the art of gunpowder. I could use what I'd learned to blow up this big door. I don't carry around large quantities of gunpowder, though. I'll just have to work with what I have.
The barrier is complete.
Hey, don't lean on me. You'll throw me off.
Sorry, but I need you to lend me your back. I've used too much of my power tonight.
You can rest if you want. I'll wake you up when I'm done. We still have work to do, right? Measuring out the exact amounts of gunpowder necessary, I wrap it in paper. It'll only work if I set them up in the right locations around the door and make them all go off at once. Beyond Sierra's barrier, the undead groan. I try to focus on my task, but it's not going very well. Hey, Sierra.
What?
You never mentioned how you met this guy.
Your chatter never ceases, does it?
That's cold. Well,
Let's see here. What is, these are all the same. I think I actually like this option the best. Could you at least tell me his name?
His name? It's Reen. Reen Schwarzer.
Oh, Reen Pannenberg. He has a last name, huh? He holds high status then.
He was a knight from a respectable family.
Sounds romantic. Oops, spilled a little. That could have been dangerous.
Do not mock me. When was it that we first met? I'd been living alone for several years. My memories have begun to fade.
Were you alone because you're the founder?
Do not pity me. I've always found solace in solitude. Hey, should you not keep working?
Yeah.
Well, I might as well tell you an old story. Just ignore me if you have no interest. Whether or not you listen is your own choice.
This hole, it's so small. It's not easy to get this through. Alright, Big Sierra origin story time.
I was cursed with one of the 27 true runes, the Moon Rune. When my body changed into something not human, it was impossible for me to live with normal people. I did not become the master of the Moon Rune. Rather, it was the Moon Rune that became my master. Day after day, the rune's evil hunger racked my body until even reason seemed madness. I did the only thing I could. I escaped into a forest seeking land where no humans dwelt. Deep, deep in that forest, I built a cabin. It was small, with only one window, and not a single piece of proper furniture, but it was enough. I could live there alone, peacefully. So I lived there alone for many, many years. For decades I lived by myself, with no one to talk to, counting the years by the forest changing colors. And so I lived, the days indistinguishable from years, until he appeared. If it was by the will of the gods, then I cursed them. But at that moment I was overcome with happiness. Guided by the trees of the forest, I timidly stepped outside my cabin. The man sat resting his back against a tree. His long silver hair flowed down past his waist. He was beautiful, like a knight from the fairy tales I'd heard back when I was still human. He had been attacked by an animal or a monster. It had left a deep wound across his chest. I approached him and he spoke, his every breath filled with pain. Who? I was scared. It had been hundreds of years since I'd spoken with anyone. Where am I? Please, near here. There's a carriage, milady. A carriage, but I do not sense the presence of any humans aside from you. Please, milady. A carriage. I understand. I had gone to such lengths to avoid humans, but I cannot deny the fact that my heart was nearly bursting with joy. I thought I'd forgotten how to speak. I searched the forest. I wanted to grant the knight's request. I wanted to fulfill the wish of a human. I soon discovered the carriage and the remains of a woman. I returned to the knight.
Milady, you...
Oh, you haven't played these yet, KF Crispy? These translations have been out for years and years and years, and they are really worth playing. There's a lot of good info in them.
I see.
Are you okay?
It seems my life is at its end. What a waste. I couldn't even protect Milady. And now I can't even get my revenge. Dying here is... maddening. It's maddening. What was my life for? What did I learn the art of the sword for? What was the point of the oath I swore? Damn this place. I'm cursed. My whole life is cursed. I do not fear death. If this is my fate, I accept it. Even so, this is a disgrace. Upon my honor, it's maddening.
As he spoke, the knight started crying. Genuine tears of sadness. At that moment, I felt sorrow, whether it was because I was about to see a human I'd spoken with disappear, or because I hated him for obtaining the gift of death that I wished for. Even now, I still do not know. Before I realized what I was doing, I found myself nestled close to the knight. Life and death. Both are prisons of darkness. But I say there is still good reason to keep you here on this earth.
What are you?
This abominable curse that my body is under. It is a hollow life, but... that was the first time I drank the blood of a human. Although I knew that I should not spread the curse, I acted out of compassion. But what I felt then was not true compassion. I took the man's blood and gave him mine. Our blood mixed and became one, and so was born the one who shared the same fate as I. The man said his name was Reen. As he regained consciousness, and while his wounds began to heal, I told him of my tale. The day after he learned what had happened to him, he disappeared. I waited for him. I kept waiting, even while thinking that he might never return. But as far as I was concerned, I had plenty of time to spare. Before long, Reen returned. He did not talk about what he had been doing. Whether he had pursued his responsibilities or his revenge, I did not know. And I did not want to know. After that, we spent many long years together. Together, we found hidden strength in ourselves. What I could not understand on my own, I discovered with Reen, and I was happy. And so we spent 1,000 days of rain and 1,000 days of wind. Time flowed by slowly for a long time. Over the course of an eternity, Reen and I met more and more people who came to the forest seeking deliverance. At those times, I I gave life to those who rejected death. Little by little, our circle grew bigger. And before we knew it, our gathering was a village. We named it the Village of the Blue Moon. By that time, I'd finally become someone who could truly be called the Master of the Moon Rune. Thanks to Reen's help, in the center of the village we built an altar and enshrined the rune there. This way the villagers were able to live under the rune's protection, away from the eyes of humans. Everyone thought we could continue living contentedly that way. But living as we did, I'd forgotten. Or I'd tried to forget. How the hearts of humans change. How they were made of the most fragile glass in the world. The incident happened without warning. One of the villagers stole the moon rune and ran away to the outside world. His name was Neclord. It had not been long since he had joined us, but he was a young and good-natured fellow, well-liked by all, even me. I was still protected by the rune as the founder, but the same did not hold true for the other villagers, and after Neclord stole the rune, they began to experience perishing. True death. You may find it hard to believe, but almost all of the villagers accepted death peacefully. Maybe they were tired of living. I do not know. I apologized as they endured the excruciating pain, but some even smiled as they left me behind. However, some refused such a death and ran away to the outside world. Reen was one of them. After losing the protection of the rune, there was only one way the villagers could survive. To accept the curse of vampires and feed on the blood of humans. By stealing the souls of humans, they could cling to their lives for all eternity. Crude, ugly, despicable. That is what Reen had chosen to become. And that is why I must kill him with my own hands. I gave him life. I shared a life with him. I will not let him sully those memories.
Sorry for the wait, Sierra. I'm done.
You fool. Because you took so long, I've said too much.
Sorry about that. But actually, I was focusing so hard at the end there, I wasn't really listening.
How very like you.
We broke through the iron door and climbed the spiral staircase beyond the top of the tower. Before us lay a solemn chapel.
Oh, Sierra! Reen.
Does being a vampire automatically make you good at playing the organ? If so, it might be worth it.
Illuminated by the moonlight streaming through colorful stained glass windows sat the figure of an elegant young man quietly playing a pipe organ.
Or is it just that you have so much time to practice? I wondered who was making such a racket at this time of night, but I must say I never expected it to be you, Sierra.
It's been a long time, Reen. I did not know where you'd gone, but now I finally found you.
I see. Since then, I wonder how much time has passed. These days without you.
Stop spouting nonsense. The transient life that I gave you, I will have you return it here.
Is that so? I see. How like you. How very like you, Sierra.
You've preyed on humans. For the sake of pleasure and prolonging your own life, you've devoured the blood of humans and toyed with their lives. What you have done is unforgivable.
That is the true form of the moon rune. We are vampires, Sierra. That is the way it should be. You know how it feels. That sweet, pleasant taste. When you drank my blood.
Silence.
Sierra, why? Why must we live in fear? Why must we, who are not human, have human hearts? What is the reason for that? Why must we, with our bodies brimming with power, hide like creatures of darkness when we are superior to the humans? Sierra, don't tell me you still pretend you're human. Poor Sierra.
I told you to stop spouting nonsense. Have you forgotten? That day you said, if this is my fate, I accept it. Did you not? And though you said that, you still fight for life, even when you should have returned it to me. If you could not do that, then the only thing waiting for you was perishing. Now there's only one choice left.
Sierra! Sierra!
I will chant the Song of Evanescence.
Oh, which one? Their greatest hits album?
Your transient life is over.
Such cold words in my last moments.
Thank you, Reen. Those days we spent together, I was truly happy. Huh? It can't be. Reen, you planned this from the beginning.
Sierra! His meek manner, his provocative outburst. It had all been for this moment. He knew that he couldn't overpower Sierra, the founder. So to survive, he took Sierra's blood. His goal had been to steal her power. Her blood drained, it seemed Sierra couldn't move. Holding her, he slowly turned towards me with an evil grin. You're still here, human? Leave now and I'll overlook your mistake. You bastard! What are you planning to do with Sierra? Don't worry. She'll live here with me. She was my master, but now I am hers and she is my follower.
It's thanks to Sierra that you were able to live as long as you have.
And I'm grateful for that. Thanks to her, I can enjoy life eternal and taste true pleasure. My back is burning. The cursed blades that were concealed there were responding to my anger, urging me to draw them out. But I can't give in to them. If I draw those swords, I'll lose sight of myself. I'll be blind with murderous rage. What's wrong, human? Aren't you going to come at me? Or are you frozen in fear? It's okay. I don't blame you. A mere human without the protection of a true rune cannot possibly hope to best me. I don't want to admit it, but he's right. I even had trouble with the common undead. What should I do? Alright, so our choices are to check our equipment or rely on the swords on his back. We get a secret point for relying on the swords, but we lose our only luck point, which I want to hold on to. So let's check Nash's equipment. Also, I'm pretty sure we used the swords last time.
I don't have any talismans left. I only have a little bit of gunpowder. 3 darts are loaded in the gauntlet. I also have some wire on my left hand and daggers concealed in both of my boots.
What are you looking at, human?
Before I knew what was happening, Reen was next to me. He raised his hand and a shockwave hit my entire body so hard that I was flung across the room and into a wall. Ugh! My whole body is aching. None of my bones seem to be broken, but how long will that last? I stand up and ready myself.
You still wish to go on?
I scowl at Reen. He's still holding Sierra in his left arm. Is he trying to say he can beat me one-handed?
Human, this has nothing to do with you, does it? I told you I would let you leave. It would be best for you to just walk away. Why oppose me? So... I think... Let me just double check how many popularity points we have so far. Because it does make a difference, shortly from now. We should have... 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, we should have 4, so we could afford to miss out on 1. So I think I just don't like your attitude. Or do we want a luck point? Second luck point. Nah, let's get a secret point.
I just don't like your attitude.
Huh. So you say, but what do you intend to do? Kill me?
Yeah, in the name of the Latchkey family. I will defeat you.
An oath, hmm? In that case, show me your power. Fulfill your oath.
Reen's right hand shone with a radiance that distorted the surroundings. The air trembled as I leapt away from the shockwave, creating a gaping hole where I'd been standing.
Can you dodge the next one as well?
Once again, he attacks me with a shockwave. I dodge it by a hair's breadth, thinking to counterattack Reen, but my right shoulder's grazed and I'm sent flying in the opposite direction. Ugh, too close for comfort.
What happened to that confidence of yours?
Shockwaves struck me one after the other. I avoided taking the blows straight on, but the way things are going, I'll be finished before long. Belatedly, I realize that he now has me cornered.
There's nowhere to run. This is the end. You shouldn't use such cheesy one-liners. Even when you say it's the end, it never is.
I raised my left hand above my head and with a flick of my wrist shot an anchored wire out of my sleeve to wrap around the railing on the terrace above. Tugging at the wire with all my strength, I used the recoil to pull myself up through the air and onto the terrace.
How agile we are.
Somehow I'd managed to escape my predicament. I'd probably bought myself a little time, but will be enough to set up more tricks. While I thought about these things, I ran up the stairs that led outside the dome. He's slow. Does he think I escaped? Or did he lose his nerve?
Who lost his nerve?
Raising my eyes, I found Reen, still holding Sierra in his arms, floating above the dome, bathed in moonlight. The power of magic.
You're an interesting fellow for a human. What have you got up your sleeve this time? Well, I haven't figured that out just yet. A magician never reveals his secrets, hmm?
Gliding smoothly, Reen closed the gap between us. If I get caught by that right hand of his, I'm as good as dead.
Good heavens, you're a quick one.
Here's the next one. I'd hoped to catch him off guard by suddenly firing a dart at him, but he just casually brushed it off.
Is that the best you've got?
But I, not waiting for him to speak, had run to the opposite side of the dome.
This game of tag is over. The life you possess is limited, human. Embrace the little time you have left.
Reen swung his right hand down at me, only to suddenly pull it back in midair. The recoil knocked him off balance.
What?
A strong but thin steel wire, spun using a special harmonian technique, bound Reen's right hand to the top of the dome, preventing it from moving freely. To make this trick work, I'd intentionally sacrificed that dart. Twisting my body, I reached out towards Reen's face and ignited the gunpowder. Since his right hand was tied up, he had to loosen his grip on Sierra to try to protect himself. I dashed forward and caught Sierra, but the shock of the explosion blew us back. I'm counting on you. Sierra and I rolled down the dome. Just as we were about to roll off the dome and into the air, I thrust a dagger into the roof with my right hand. My hand shook under the impact of the combined weight of two people as I struggled to keep my grip on the hilt, praying to the gods it would hold. That was lucky. Trying to get a handle on the situation, I checked to see how Sierra's doing. Sierra's body is lifeless. Reen must have stolen nearly all of her power.
Human, I will not forgive you. I will not forgive you for this. Yikes.
I managed to shield Sierra from Reen's terrifying attack, but there's no time to escape, and Reen seized me instantly.
Human. Squeal, groan, whimper. The more unsightly your cries, the better. Foolish human, did you really think you were a match for the King of Darkness? Suffer! Suffer! Mourn your wretched life.
You're the foolish one.
I tire of your incessant chatter. Boy, there's a real recurring theme in Nash's life. I'll shut your mouth once and for all.
Sierra, why? Your arm around me. It was as warm as before. It felt like I was in a familiar dream. So why did you let go?
I see. You drank his blood. Because I could never meet you on my own.
Gods, spirits of the dead, I beseech you, have mercy on this being and forgive him. Sierra, please, wait. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, the spirit to the place of rebirth. I just wanted to go back. I pray, let this being in under the light. To live with you in that forest forever. That's why. Eternal life. Farewell, Reen. Sierra. Reen,
With Reen destroyed, it seemed the undead in the mansion had shared the same fate. As the morning dawned, we left behind the mansion that had finally gotten its serenity back after many years. Sierra, let's go.
all right.
Hey, that was different. Hey, I said...
You are so obnoxious. Do you not have even one word of kindness for a young woman lost in sentiment?
Would it help you if I did?
It was foolish of me to expect anything else from you.
Hey, why are you mad at me? Wait a minute. Hey, am I supposed to carry this again? Wait up! I think that's the end of the chapter. And so I wound up carrying both Sierra and her luggage again. We walked for a full day, and it was nearly dusk before we finally came across an inn on the main road. We stayed the night there. I was exhausted from fighting the night before. I forgot about this scene. As soon as I got into the room, I collapsed on the bed without even eating dinner. When I woke up, it was the middle of the night. I raised myself up and saw Sierra sitting at the window, dimly lit by a lamp.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Dinner is over. The landlady was celebrating her complete recovery. It was quite an extravagant affair.
I see. It's too bad. Hey, Sierra. The 27 true runes. That power. Is it a burden?
It is your job to find out the answer to that question, is it not?
Yeah, I guess so. But for me, it's just a job. For you, it's destiny.
I'm grateful to the moon rune. These long years I've lived were not all filled with pain.
Even if you'll always be alone?
Yes. Time does not pass for me as it does for humans. Hey, Sierra. I'm saying um, if I've lived long enough as a human and no longer have any interest in that, I'm fine with walking down the same path as you. I told you before, did I not? You are not my type. But I will still accept those feelings.
Wait a minute, hold on. I take it back. I wasn't thinking.
I can't move my body. You do not know when to give up. Now I have a valid reason to feed.
Stop! You got to do that once as a favor. Not another drop of blood. Hey! But... Oh.
The next morning, when I woke up, Sierra wasn't in her bed and her luggage had disappeared. Typical of her not to say goodbye. Well, that's fine with me. At least now I can finally bid farewell to all that luggage. Jeez. The information I got about the true runes. Ah! Sorry, baggage boy. The truth is, aside from the moon rune, I do not know much about true runes. After all, I was in that forest for a long time.
I thought you had to finish the song, but that's not the case. Alright, that's the end of the chapter. So let's, okay, I have to do some fiddling with the memory cards. So hold on 1 second. Let's save our state, just in case. And change the memory card. And hopefully this will load correctly. Alright, excellent. And that is the first chapter done. I am going to take like 2 minutes to stretch my legs and refill on water. So I will see you guys in a couple of minutes. Alright, and I have returned. Oh, let's get on the correct side of this camera, sorry. So I'm not sure if that's my favorite chapter. It's definitely the most memorable chapter. I have a hard time remembering a lot of the other stuff that happens in this, except for what happens at the very end of the second one. But, of course, a lot of the rest of this is us seeing the events of Suikoden 2 from Nash's perspective. So, I guess let's continue on with Chapter 2, and then when we're done with that, we'll have a quick break, and then I'll go do some Final Fantasy X for anybody who wants to stick around. After losing Sierra, my only clue, I continued on to my original destination, Muse, the capital of the city-states of Jostin. You there! Hold on just a moment. In the end, I hadn't learned anything about the true runes. It seems like I'll have to start all over again. Truth be told, I'm getting a little worried. You're holding up the people behind you, so get a move on. First thing I need to do is make contact with my liaison here and receive my orders. It's absolutely necessary that I use everything at my disposal to get the results this time. But even if I say that... Hey, old man.
Hey, old man. Stop daydreaming and show them your entry permit already. There's already a ton of people behind you, so hurry it up.
Hey, who are you calling old man? Ji-san. I'm only 22.
It doesn't matter if you're 22 or 102, just get a move on.
At that point, I realized the people lined up behind me were all glaring at me coldly. Flustered, I showed my entry permit to the gatekeeper. My entry permit had been made in Harmonia, so it wasn't easily discernible from the real deal. Sorry for the trouble. It's just that a couple of children were caught trying to sneak in with fake entry permits this morning. How they thought they could pass themselves off as adults is beyond me. Anyway, that's why we're all a little on edge. Alright, you can pass. I passed the inspection without raising any suspicion and headed into the city through the grand gates. As I was walking toward the main street, the boy from earlier came up behind me.
Hey, mister. You're not from around here, are you? Your accent sounded a bit northern back there.
I'll have to be careful around this kid. This city was at war with Highland, an enemy of my... the city's at war with Highland, an ally of my homeland, Harmonia. In other words, to the people of this city, Harmonians are just another enemy. I doubt I'd receive a very warm welcome. Yeah, really? I've spent a lot of time in Harmonia. I guess I must have picked up a bit of an accent.
Oh, so you've been to Harmonia? I haven't traveled there yet. But I will eventually, of course.
You're traveling alone at your age?
My name isn't you know. Oh, haven't I introduced myself yet? I'm Templeton. My age has nothing to do with whether or not I'm traveling alone. Although, maybe because of my age, people are generally pretty nice to me, so traveling like this is rather convenient.
Oh? So why are you traveling alone? You look like you should still be in school.
I travel to make maps. I'm going to map the entire world someday. It could take me my whole life, so I figured I better get started now, you know? I feel like Templeton's like a little upper-class English child, but I can't do that and child voice at the same time, so too bad.
The entire world, huh? For a map maker, you're quite the romantic.
I don't think I could handle it.
You? Don't even try. Recently, I've had to go back and update a bunch of maps. It's such a pain. Hey, you still haven't told me your name yet.
Let's see here. So we can do this and meet Kinnison, but it's kind of rude. I think this is our best option. It gives us popularity and a secret point.
Oh, you have a last name. Are you a Harmonian noble or something? Maybe you're traveling incognito?
No. My social position is such that someday I hope I might be given a last name. So I just went ahead and chose one already.
That's pretty weird.
Muse has a population of about 13,000. Its mayor is a capable woman by the name of Annabelle. Although the city had technically agreed to a truce with Highland, Muse was nevertheless still in a de facto state of war. The condition of the buildings that line the street and the appearances of the people passing by lent credibility to the good stories I'd heard about the municipal government. As I walked along the white cobblestone street, I gazed at the City Hall building that overlooked the stores and houses. By now, it's become obvious that the appearance of the Highland Army at the border was causing tension.
So, why are you in Muse, Nash?
Well, let's just say I'm sightseeing.
Sightseeing at a time like this? You really are a strange one. The Highland Army's at the border. Nobody knows if the war will start again for real, and here you are acting all laid back.
Well, if war does break out, I might be able to get a glimpse of this infamous Luca Blight character, so that'd be alright too.
Whoa, now that's going too far. You're not laid back, you're a complete idiot. The Mad Prince of Highland isn't something I'd want to see, even at a distance.
Jeez, you don't hold anything back, do you? Even if he is a mad prince, as you say, it's not like I'd turn to stone just by looking at him. I'd hightail it out of here the minute things got dangerous.
Determination's a good thing to have, but it's gonna be your undoing. Well, I'm not staying in Muse if the Highland Army shows up. I'm getting out as fast as I can. Can't finish my work if I die here, can I? By the way, Nash, have you decided where you're staying yet?
This is my first time in Muse. I haven't picked a place to stay. Do you have any suggestions?
No, this is my first time in Muse as well. That being the case, you want to look around and see if we can find a place to stay? Share a room, split the cost?
Sure. We should be able to get a pretty decent room if we do that. Oh, that was quick. Why don't we stay at that inn? There is only one inn in Muse, but that's fine. We went into the reasonable-looking inn we'd found in a little lane just off the main road. I'm ashamed to say it, but the truth is I don't have much in the way of money, and I was glad he'd suggested splitting the cost of a room. Part of that is because it's been quite some time since I last had contact with Dominguez, my liaison. Though I'm called a special duty member, the Frontier Defense Force is more or less a mercenary organization. Aside from my wages and the initial mission funds, I have to pay all expenses out of my own pocket, and I'll only be rewarded upon successful completion of my mission. This investigation goes on much longer with no results, I'll be up to my ears in debt. At times like these, when you're in the middle of an infiltration mission, they send your wages along with your mission orders, but I have to find my liaison first.
Hey, stop spacing out. Hurry up and sign the inn's register. It'll look weird if I sign it.
Sorry. There was a bar on the first floor and rooms on the second. Behind the counter stood a woman who appeared to be the inn's proprietress. The sun was already setting, so the bar was filling up with people taking their seats. They mostly seemed to be common peddlers and the like, but near the counter sat two people who were, judging by appearances, mercenaries.
Don't worry, they won't get caught. Though we may need to think about heading south of Mew soon.
Do they have their entry permits? You gave them to them, right?
I didn't have time. I tried, but we only decided on the meeting place.
Well, have you talked to Annabelle about it?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll be fine, even without the entry permits. They'll be fine. I'll go talk to Annabelle tonight.
You just don't dredge up the past. We don't have a contract with the Tauren Republic anymore.
I'd only been idly listening to their conversation while signing the guest register until that name caught my ear. He was going to talk to Annabelle? Did they know Annabelle, the mayor of Muse? To all outward appearances, they didn't look that important. But if I understood their conversation right, then Muse was hiring mercenaries. I'm not sure I'll be able to get anything useful from them if they're just drunkards. It's not as if I have any other leads, so perhaps eavesdropping on them will give me one. Hey, Templeton. I'm gonna have a quick drink, so you go on and head up to the room.
All right. Just for your information, I can't stand the smell of liquor, so don't drink too much. Well, see ya.
Templeton left, heading up the stairs. I got a tankard of ale from the proprietress at the counter and took a seat behind the man that looked like a bear. I drank slowly, listening carefully.
But Annabelle's probably so busy right now her head's spinning. I doubt she's in any mood to be pestered by the likes of you.
Don't worry about it. I'll take some wine with me. It'll be like I'm bringing back a souvenir.
Scowling at my tankard, I focused my concentration on the two men.
I see. Well, I'll give her my regards.
You should come with me. Oh, it's okay if you say you're too busy.
Nah, unlike you, I have tact. I'm no good at such things. I'd just be in the way for you two.
Hey, what's with that remark? Her and we're not like that. I'm just a humble mercenary. I'm no match for the mayor of Muse. We just happen to know each other, that's all.
Huh. You're taking this unusually seriously. But if you think about it, it's obvious that you and a love affair aren't the best combination.
Hey, what the hell's that supposed to mean? Like I want to hear that from Flick the Blue Lightning, who's pampered by women wherever he goes? Ugh.
What? Who's pampered, or even wants to be? Or rather, are you one to talk? Lately, aren't you getting a little fat?
Anyone could see this is muscle. Ugh. Whoa. Sorry. Hey, snap out of it.
You meathead. Hey, Leona. We've got an injured person here. Help! Yeah, make room. Let's see. Oh my. You've ruined a good man.
Poor Templeton.
Geez, drinking with those two? How reckless can you get?
Those two? You know them?
Yeah, that was Flick and Victor. I can never forget Victor's loudness. At any rate, that was a disaster, wasn't it?
You could have warned me a bit sooner. If you knew them, I would have thought you'd have said something.
I'm not much for stuff like that. I run into those two every so often. I don't stop and say hello each and every time. The big one was Victor, and the one wearing the bandana was Flick. They apologized profusely. They were also the ones who carried you up here.
I see.
But what an awful experience that was.
Ooh, we got a luck point. This should be just the amount we want to pick the next option that we want. In the end, Dominguez never showed last night. Could he have gotten caught up in some kind of trouble along the way? Panic thoughts ran through my mind, even though I knew the chances of anything like them actually happening were slim. No matter what kind of battlefield it was, even surrounded by enemies on all sides, he would appear, calm as you please, with that innocent expression on his face. So, what was with this lack of news? Could he be doing it just to annoy me? Either way, can't be helped right now, nor can I just sit idly by and wait. Looks like Templeton's gone off somewhere, too. Holding my still throbbing head, I got dressed and went downstairs.
Oh, it's you. You're looking better already.
She said it casualty. She said it casually as she handed me a glass of vegetable juice, which I downed instantly. Was this an apology for last night? I'd like to go for a late breakfast, but my financial situation won't allow for it. Enduring my aching head, I talked to the proprietress. Thanks. What happened to those two guys, anyway?
You mean Victor and Flick? They screwed something up, and a friend of theirs got tossed in jail because of it. They left to set things straight. Why? Are you out for revenge?
Whoa now, don't say such dangerous things. That was awkward English.
All right. Well, they're not bad guys. They send their apologies. I'll introduce you when they come back. But despite the trouble, at least you're finally in Muse. As there's nothing else to do, why don't you go do some sightseeing? I'd like to clean the rooms in the meantime.
I guess I'll do that then. It had been my intention to find out more about those two, but the proprietress had seen through me with startling alacrity, so I quickly made my exit. She was no ordinary proprietress, it seems. Oh, darn. We needed our third luck point to continue going down the main street. So we're going to end up seeing the Clive scene again. Oh, darn. Not that it's a bad scene, but we did see that last time. The streets of Muse were as crowded as ever. Protected by Muse's towering walls, the citizens seemed unperturbed by the threat of an invasion by the Highland Army. Even if there was a considerable difference in military strength, Muse would certainly be able to hold its own. It also seems as if quite a number of people have come to Muse seeking refuge. Highland's army was surely aware of this as well. If they've come to attack, there's no doubt it's the work of the mad prince Luca Blight. The gutless King Agaris would never have thought of doing something like that. Luca Blight was a man of resounding military prowess, and his strategies were first class. His unrelenting charges were designed to trick his foes into thinking he was all brawn and no brains. How long would it take for the leaders of the Allied forces to notice? Well, that has nothing to do with me. Right now, my mission is to find out more about the true runes. So, where should I go? Let's see. Blank, blank. We'll head down one of the less crowded alleys. I thought I planned that right, but then I gave Templeton that answer and it stole my luck point. I had a flash of intuition and headed down an alleyway. It may be odd to say this about myself, but I certainly have a nose for trouble. I walked for a while. Nothing happened. Had my intuition failed me? Don't move. Not just anyone could sneak up behind me without me being aware of it. I felt him press something against my back. Now, that's no way to greet an old friend, is it, Clive? Enough chatter. Haven't you heard? My execution has been postponed indefinitely. The Howling Voice Guild is not an unchanging monolith. Among the elders, there are those who prefer practical solutions over formal procedure. Or hadn't you heard? How about you? By way of answer, Clive removed the muzzle of the gun from my back. But I can't let my guard down. All it would take is one mistake and I'd be dead in the blink of an eye. No one would even notice. This was a Knight-class gunner of an organization that specializes in protection and assassination. The only thing I can do now is wait for Clive to speak. The Elder's orders are absolute. I'm lucky it was you. Make no mistake, I'm no friend of yours. Your death can't erase what you've done. Watch your back if you have any plans on living a long life. That was some goodbye, but I don't doubt what he said. That's what I get for following my nose. I made my way back toward the main street. But to have met him in a place like this, it sent shivers down my spine. In the old days, while I wouldn't have counted him as a close friend, we were friends. But just like the guild, friends are not unchanging monoliths. But his appearance evoked old memories. Memories I wanted to seal away. With a start, I was pulled back to reality by the stare of a child standing at my feet. It's not Templeton. Hi, Pelika. What's the matter? Are you lost? Where are your parents? Did you get separated from them? It was a girl who looked 5 or 6 years old. It was very strange, though she didn't say a single word or even nod. It was as if that faint trembling of her body said everything on her mind. No, it was her eyes. I know what it takes to have eyes like that. What you must see. For her to have eyes like that. You're... Sorry. I'd instinctively reached out my hand to her and she'd flinched, frightened. My hands were tools made for killing. They weren't fit to comfort a child. I mean, Sierra's hands seem to have been doing most of the killing today, but that's okay. You... Aww. This is the only game in which I like Pelika. She's so irritating in Suikoden 2, but she's so sweet in this. I see. You're a strong child. You're still capable of showing kindness to others. If only I could have been as strong as you, then Julie wouldn't have. Thank you. Yeah! Pelika! Whoa! Oh, it was Nanami.
Sorry, Pilika. It's all because of that stingy old man. If he just admitted defeat earlier, then it wouldn't have taken so long.
Hey.
Well, let's head back. We're already late. Joey's probably worried sick, huh?
Hey!
Huh? Oh. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice you at all.
Yeah, I got that. Just hurry up and get off me.
Hey, what were you doing down there anyway?
No, you see,
Huh? What's that? You were talking with this fellow.
you really understand her? You're like a mother to her, huh?
Mother? No way. I know I look older, but I'm only 16. We may not be related, but me and Pilika are just like sisters. Right, Pilika?
Well, you may not be her mother, but if you're gonna let her run about the streets like this, at least make sure she doesn't go into the back alleys. This is a dangerous place for a child alone. You better be careful.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for looking after Pilika.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's your name? Mine's Nanami. I'll treat you to a feast as thanks for looking after Pilika. Come to the inn where we're staying. I'm really skilled. Look forward to it. So, how about it? It's already decided. Okay, onward to the inn. Let's go.
But, hey! You can't just say, let's go, and... Hey, let go of my arm, hey! Alright, we get to choose whether or not to eat Nanami's food. Actually, we don't get the choice, because we don't have enough luck points. Oh, you're back already, Mr. Nash? Oh, and you're with Nanami and Pilika.
Yeah. This guy was nice to Pilika, so as thanks I want to throw a feast in his honor. You'll let me use the kitchen, right, Leona?
I don't mind, but... Are you really going to thank Mr. Nash here with your cooking?
So you're called Mr. Nash. Well, Mr. Nash, the food will be ready in just a minute, so hold on tight. I'll whip you up a bowl of Cha-Cha-Cha's Papa.
Alright, I look forward to it. She's gonna treat you, huh? I think the translators probably didn't know what to do with that, but I think that Papa... Cha-Cha-Cha no Papa is like maybe Papa like a soup, like a stew. Because I think that is what she makes. And Cha-Cha-Cha being like spicy, maybe? I don't really understand what's going on, but it seems like I'm getting a meal out of it somehow. I'm lucky. I smiled so broadly that my cheeks grew tight.
Thanks for waiting. Here it is, Nanami's special beef stew. Hurry before it gets cold.
Wow, done already? That sure was fast.
When it comes to cooking, speed is crucial.
As she spoke, Nanami dished a generous helping of soup out into a bowl, and then handed it to me, smiling sweetly.
Well, hurry and give it a try. It's absolutely amazingly delicious, packed with nutrients, and it's a perfect score. It'll pep you right up.
Wow, it sure smells good. Okay, I'll take you at your word. Huh? Just as I brought the spoon to my lips, my eyes met those of the proprietress, who was watching with an intense look on her face. It couldn't be. No, we have no choice. Let's go. Nah, it's probably just my imagination. If someone could make a soup that smells this good taste bad, then they'd have to be some kind of genius. My hand paused in doubt for a second, but I brought the spoon back to my mouth. Itadakimasu!
Go ahead. Dozo.
Oh, I like Anita in the background there.
Kya! Mr. Nash! Mr. Nash!
I knew it.
Say, Nash, hasn't anyone ever told you that nothing good ever comes of being too soft-hearted?
Occasionally.
Oh, that's right. This fell in through the window.
Huh? Oh! Finally, the orders from headquarters that I've been waiting for.
Ah, don't worry, I didn't read it. Have you no trust in me?
That's not what I'm worried about. This is bad. When did Dominguez come here? He just threw the letter in and disappeared? Some liaison. That bastard, is he still holding a grudge about that other time?
Well, I'm gonna get back to my work.
Thank you for the follow, Sadie. Forcing myself to stay calm, I waited until I was sure Templeton had gone downstairs before I carefully broke the seal. I already knew Templeton hadn't looked at it before he said anything. It had been sealed using a special method that caused it to burst into flames if it wasn't broken properly. A large number of troops are amassing along the Muse Highland border. There are rumors that the Highland Army is planning to utilize the Beast Rune. Investigate this matter immediately? It's the usual kind of orders, vague without considering the circumstances. Perhaps I'm the only Defense Force member infiltrating this remote region, but man, they sure do work me hard. Well, it's no use complaining. So, the Beast Rune. As I understand it, in recognition of his achievements, Holy Harmonia gave Hyland the Beast Rune, one of the 27 true runes, to Maru Blight, the first of the Blight royal family, and declared him the protector of Harmonia. If it was used in this border dispute here out in the frontier, it could upset the friendship between Harmonia and Hyland. Normally this would seem like a job for the regular army, but instead the orders have been passed on to me. If the information was wrong and the info about a Harmonian spy was leaked to Hyland, stuff like mobilizing the Frontier Force mercenaries. Hey, am I being used as cannon fodder? Well, that's the line of work I'm in, I guess. Huh? Huh? No way. That's it? They didn't include any funds! That night, I took out my equipment and fixed it up a bit. As it had been a while since I'd used it, it was in desperate need of repair. Alright, KF Crispy, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Hey, Templeton.
What?
I gotta leave Muse for 2 or 3 days on some business. I'll leave as soon as I settle my tab. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I really enjoy the Suikogaidens.
Sure, that's fine. I can cover the cost of our lodging so far.
I can't be indebted to a kid.
Well, take care of yourself, alright? Yeah, you too.
I wonder what happens if you're rude to Templeton and you end up with Shiro. Do you camp in the forest? It's okay. We'll be back before you know it. I assume that's Victor. Huh? Oh, no, right. It's Joey.
Don't worry and just wait for us. Okay, Miss Leona, please look after Pelica. I'm not very good with children, but I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Here now, Pelica, don't make such a face. Here, have a drag off my weird lady pipe. Got to send them off with a smile. It looked like Nanami from yesterday and two young men were saying something to Pelica. I stopped to talk with Leona as the party passed me to make their way out of the inn. Do you have a minute? Oh, Mr. Nash, are you heading out? Yeah, for a bit. What's their story? Those kids? It's nothing, really. They're just going out on a small errand.
An errand, huh?
But enough of that. You had some business with me, didn't you?
Yeah, you see... By the time I'd finished settling my tab at the inn and made my way outside, the kids were nowhere to be seen. I'd seen something like an expression of fierce determination in their faces, but now isn't the time to stick my fingers in other people's affairs. I pass through the gates of Muse and start walking toward the Highland border. Alright, it looks like we won't be able to get Maximilian. I think we don't have enough luck points. We did that last time anyway. During the journey, I stayed a night at the little inn I'd visited before and enjoyed their delicious meat pie. A few days later, I reached the checkpoint that separates Muse and Highland. This is where it gets problematic. Beyond the towering stone wall that separates the two territories, the Highland army is gathering. Even if I had an official entry permit, I doubt I'd be able to get through easily. And if I start climbing the wall in broad daylight, I'd be caught straight away. But it would be tedious to wait until nightfall. Well, what should I do? Alright, let's reserve our luck points here. Hold on, sir. The Highland Army is currently mobilizing near this checkpoint, and as such, entry beyond this point is not permitted.
I'm aware of the current situation, but I have some important business I must attend to.
By order of the mayor, civilian passage has been prohibited. Please turn back.
Come on, there must be some way. I can't be stuck here forever. Do you understand?
If you don't have a special permit, I can't allow you to pass, regardless of the circumstances.
Special permit? What's he talking about? Non-military wouldn't have anything like that. However, his tone of voice seemed to indicate a different meaning.
Oh, I get it. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, yes, right, the special permit. How careless of me to forget. Here, will this do?
While I was talking, I quickly slipped 1,000 poch into the soldier's hand. I didn't want to use the reserve money I'd stored away in my breast pocket, but it seems I don't have much of a choice. The soldier surreptitiously glanced around him and checked the amount of poch in his hand before speaking to me. Uh-huh. This is certainly a special permit. Here, hurry on through now. We wouldn't want peddlers like yourself to lose their livelihood. Just stay away from the Highland camp. Yeah, thanks. You can count on me. Well, the Maximilian scene is much more fun, but I'd rather keep our luck points, because we're going to need them a little bit. I reached the Highland camp in the forest just past the border without running into any more difficulties. So far, I haven't needed to use a disguise to advance. Deep in the forest, I made my way forward, weaving through the trees to escape the view of any who might be watching. Every so often, I would drop bits of dried armadillo shells behind me to better find my way to the garrison. Alright, this is where it gets tricky. First, I'll have to find someone who's alone. Oh, there we go. It's a little tight, but the price was right. Sorry about that. I'll be borrowing these. Just to be sure, I made the soldier I'd stolen the uniform from inhale some Kurani powder. He wouldn't be waking up until tomorrow morning. I'm a little anxious about leaving my equipment behind like this, but this has become more of a reconnaissance mission than an infiltration. I quickly put things in order and headed back.
Hey, you!
Yes?
What are you hanging around here for? Aren't you on guard duty for the food storage? The shifts changed ages ago.
Forgive me, sir.
Just hurry up and go. Lord Luca will be arriving any moment. If even one thing is out of place, it's my head that'll be on the chopping block.
Yes, sir. That was dangerous. But he just said Luca. This could be more than a little awkward. I better make sure to keep up my act. But if the Mad Prince Luca is coming all the way out to the front lines, then the talk about the Beast Rune being here begins to take on some credibility. But be that as it may, right now all I can do is pretend to stand guard here. If that officer finds me wandering around again, I doubt he'll be fooled again. Yeah, this is taking place before the invasion of Muse. So, I don't know, have you, you haven't played the Suikogaidens yourself? So this is your first experience with them? Basically, the way they work is the first one takes place during the events of Suikoden 2, and you see them from Nash's perspective, and then the second one takes place in between Suikoden 2 and 3. But closer to 2 than 3.
Guarding a storage tent is pretty boring.
I hope someone comes sooner. My own work suffers when I'm doing their work for them. Huh? Someone's coming. I hate it when they do this. Huh? Really? Okay, follow me.
Hey, let these guys in. They came to get some butter.
Huh? My jaw nearly dropped when I saw the two young men the soldier brought in with him, but somehow I managed to reply in a calm voice.
Well, hurry up then. My shift's almost over.
Those two boys. They were the kids I saw at the inn in Muse, weren't they? What kind of errands were they running for their task to bring them to a place like this? Luckily, they didn't know my face, and so they didn't blow my cover. Nash was there. Yes, sir.
Hey, you guys!
Yes?
I guess it's my imagination. You couldn't be spies with faces like that. Hey, you guys, keep your spirits up, okay?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh, for a moment there, I'd been beside myself with fear. Anyway, it looks like those guys got their hands on some Highland uniforms and are putting them to good use. Something about this whole thing smells fishy. Please don't get caught. This place is getting dangerous. While I was fervently praying, they went about and finished their errand. This tent is rather suspicious. I'll take a quick glance around. Hey, this tent is made from a pretty thick fabric. And it's pitch black inside. Ugh, of course I don't have anything to light it up with. I'll just have to feel my way here. There doesn't seem to be anything of importance in here. I better hurry up and get out of here, huh? There's some sort of commotion outside. Damn, looks like those guys were caught in spite of my prayers. I can't understand why Muse would use those kids as spies. Ah, well, what should I do? We do not have this option, so we don't move a muscle. There's no sense in running around in a panic. I'll just take a bit of a rest here until the uproar outside dies down. Well, I can't see anyone. Considering that whole thing with Sierra, I'm starting to wonder if I've run out of luck completely. No, I should stop that. I don't believe in things like fate or luck, he says with the luck meter on the right side. I don't want to believe that all my encounters with death and survival of them is only the will of fate. In the darkness, I stare up at the ceiling, my thoughts spinning round and round. Gradually, it seemed to quiet down outside. Well, guess it's time to go. It seems like all the soldiers are gone. They must be chasing after those two kids. I feel bad for him, but this is my chance. Hey, you there! Who are you? Sir. I'm John. Sir. Well, whoever you are, go assist them at the main camp. Captain Rowd and his team have been left to take care of some rats. Now he's without an aide and getting annoyed. Understood. I shall do so with the utmost haste. I answered thus and began running towards what I hoped was the main camp. My mission wasn't over yet, not until I verified the existence of the Beast Rune. Is this it? This tent hadn't been here before. Appeared to have been set up quite quickly. Well, it seems likely. But what am I going to say to the people inside? That I'm here to help? It would be convenient if no one was in there. Well, no point delaying. Shall we see what's inside? This tent is quite extravagant. There's even a plush sofa. Oops, no time to be so carefree. I need to hurry in. Huh?
I take it you'll be waiting here?
Yes, ma'am. Those are my orders. Well then, please excuse me.
There's quite the commotion outside. I do hope they manage to escape. Oh, who are you?
Ma'am. Well, I was ordered to clean up here.
Oh, how unusual. Normally my brother can't stand to have other people anywhere near his things.
Yes. But, I've finished now. So, if you'll excuse me.
You're finished? With this?
Oh, that's, I try to remember why she seems so familiar. Wait, isn't she Jillia Blight, the Princess of Highland? Well, this mission just took another turn toward the impossible.
In that case, why don't you put on some tea? I've talked so much my throat is parched.
You and me both, Jillia.
It's not too much to ask, is it?
Yes, ma'am. For the time being, I'll have to be patient. I can't afford to slip up and reveal my true identity. Just remain calm. Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you.
I wonder what the noise outside is about.
I met a young man. It was entirely by coincidence. The expression on his face. I've never seen anything quite like it.
You're quite the young lady yourself, Princess Jillia.
You... Are you really a soldier here?
Ah, well...
I hardly ever get to be just a girl.
If you don't have more use for me... Things seem quite hectic outside, so...
Yes, I suppose so. The tea was quite delicious. Thank you.
No, please, it was nothing. Well then, if you'll excuse me. Nash just gets himself involved in everything. Ugh. Shit, this is boring. Damn that Jostin pig of a woman. Does she plan on hiding in Muse forever? Lord Luca, Lady Jillia's waiting. Jillia, you say? She should have stayed in the capital. This is no place for idle gawkers. Jillia. So sorry to be causing you trouble, but I'm not interested in having that conversation again.
Brother.
Hey now. It's just been one thing after another so far. And now it's Luca Blight? This isn't dangerous at all. If I just take it nice and slow, maybe they'll let me leave. I'll just... Who the hell are you? Whatever. You! Yes, sir. Ugh!
Brother, what are you doing?
You, wash away the blood from that sword and oil it. And when you're done, get me a drink. You'd better hurry. I'm in a good mood today, but there's no saying how long that'll last.
Yes, sir.
So he wanted me to do maintenance. I doubt that. He'd thrown it with such tremendous force if I hadn't seen his feint. Well then.
Brother, you stink of blood. Still.
This smell is normal on a battlefield. If you don't like it, you should never have come to the castle. You should never have left the castle. This is no place for someone like you.
A battlefield. Battlefields are where wars are fought out. Brother, that's not true in your case, is it? I met some boys from Chiaro who told me a story.
And if they spoke the truth, what then? Tell me, what has peace ever brought about? What has that spineless old man accomplished through his treaties with the city-states?
Well, you may have a point. To intentionally start a war.
What I desire... Never mind, you don't understand the sort of lust, Julia.
But, brother, this won't bring our mother back.
Julia, your hair, your eyes, your lips, they're all that remain of our mother, and if it wasn't for that, I would surely strangle you with both hands right now.
So, brother is suffering, and to make it go away, he... I guess it doesn't matter.
Ugh.
This is a fight between siblings. I shouldn't be watching this. Should I say something?
I have no time for these trifling matters. Hey, you! Bring me more wine.
Yes, sir. Regretfully, it appears we're all out, so I'll have to go to the storehouse. I'll just be a minute. This is dangerous. I don't have enough lives to stay in this place. But it worked. Now I just need to get outside.
Hey, what's your hurry? Hey, don't struggle. Silence. What do you want? Yes, sir. Lord Luca, sir. I, Rout, have caught the city-state spy and brought him before Lord Luca. A spy? Interesting. Bring him forth.
That's the boy from earlier. If he recognizes me, what would he say? I give up. Now that I've come this far, I might as well see it through to the end.
Hey, hurry it up. Who are you? Let's see if you dare say your name.
Joey.
Ha! This bastard's from the same town as me. His name's Joey Atreides. Atreides? I know that name. That's the name of an influential family in Chiaro. Isn't that right, Julia?
I'm afraid I don't recall.
Yeah, that's right, Lord Luca. He's the eldest son of the Atreides family, although he's been disowned. Bring him here. You're that boy.
Gah!
I wonder if that line is the same. Because in my last playthrough of Suikoden 2, I did not have Ryo challenge... I did not have Ryo challenge Luca Blight in the Mercenary Fortress. And so Joey did it instead to protect Pilica. And I wonder if this is the same, and if the game remembers that.
I remember that face. You're that brat from the fortress. You're from a distinguished Highland family, but now you're just a Jostin spy.
Shut up. It's your fault that Pilica can't talk anymore.
Hey, Night Willow Fox. This game is from 1999, 2000, something like that.
You've still got some fight left in you. That black light earlier, was that your doing?
Yeah, that was quite a remarkable experience. Where on earth did they get runes like that?
I see that Sow and Muse finally has nothing left in her hand to play. Sending a brat like this.
Don't talk that way about Annabelle.
Ha! You know Annabelle. It seems that there's a reason after all. I just thought of something interesting. I'm giving you this dagger. Use it to kill Annabelle. It's a fitting end for a woman such as her.
You think I would do that?
Boy, you betrayed the country you were born in, the town you lived in, and the family that raised you. What's this compared to that?
But I
see. Well, if that's how it is, then you, as well as the rest of the Atreides family, will be branded as traitors to the Blight royal family.
What? I've already cast aside the Atreides name. I cast aside that name.
You cannot cast aside the very blood that runs through your veins. Hey, you! Tie him up and throw him in the storehouse. Let him cool his head for a night and see if it changes his mind.
But, Lord Luca...
What?
Never mind. It's nothing. I'll go lock him up. If you'll excuse me, sir. Watch it. What are you in such a hurry for?
Letting a spy go. That's awfully kind of you. There's no guarantee that he'll actually kill Annabelle for you.
That's true, and it's fine. But his eyes shine with the light of ambition. In that sense, he is no soldier.
Is that so?
Don't frown your face so much, it doesn't suit you. Our talk is over, Julia. Return to Laurent Wee and keep that doddering old fool company a while longer.
Brother.
Oh, finally. It seems it's finally over. I didn't think I'd make it through alive. Carrying the evening's allotment of food, I entered the tent. I'd been posing as a soldier for a while, but I hadn't got my hands on any clues yet. I feel like Nash shouldn't be able to stick around this long in a uniform and have nobody recognize him and still be fine. Besides, that boy Joey had caught my interest.
It was tied to one of the posts lodged deep in the ground that supported the tent. Hey, look, it's dinner. Eat up. Don't worry, it's not poisoned. We're the Highland Army. We wouldn't lay a hand on a kid when he's tied down.
Yeah, right.
What an awful thing to say. We're not like those city-states guys.
That wasn't an act of the city-states.
Joey didn't even look up and just muttered those words. What in the world had happened to this boy? That? What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about, but if I ask the right questions, I might find out. Interrogation's never been my strongest suit, but he is only a child after all. It should be simple enough.
Even if I told you, would you even believe me?
Alright, I think this is what I want to do. Let me just double check before I do it. Yeah. Do as you like. Just then, something outside the tent caught my attention. The night was quiet. The sound of the footsteps gradually approached the tent, and before long, an unexpected figure appeared in the entrance of the tent. Oh, Lady Jillia. Oh wow, this is definitely a scene I've never seen before. What are you doing here?
Oh, don't mind me. I just stopped by to talk with him a while. May I?
Yeah, of course.
This makes our third meeting, doesn't it? After the first time we met, considering the circumstances, I'd have been astonished if someone told me we were to meet again.
I didn't wish this upon you, or myself.
Is that right? Say, why did you become a spy for the city-states? Didn't you say that you hadn't given up on Highland? I know what happened to your Unicorn Brigade. That's why you hate Highland. I don't hate Highland. Even now. Even if I can never return to Highland. I can't abandon it. Highland is the place where my mother still lives. Now when I think of Highland, I don't think about who started this war, but rather all the pain and suffering that this war will cause. You're very kind, aren't you? Even with all the misery you've had to endure. Please untie his rope.
Huh? Are you sure?
I'll take responsibility for this.
Understood.
I don't consider myself in your debt for this. Please don't. You'll find your own way. Even if you must dishonor yourself in doing so.
I'll stop this war my own way. I'll never let a war like this break out on this soil again.
And as you say, I'm prepared. To be dishonored if need be. Only, only? No, never mind. Please excuse me. Do you suppose we'll meet again? If fate permits. You there, make sure he makes it out of the camp.
Yes, ma'am. This is as far as I can take you. You're on your own from here on out.
Okay, thank you.
Don't mention it.
Well, I guess I'll be going then.
What are you gonna do when you get back?
Yeah.
The dagger Luca Blight gave you. You still have it, don't you? Are you gonna use it?
I despise Luca Blight. But at the same time, I find myself drawn to that violent strength of his. The power to seize anything he wants. So I thought I'd keep it as a warning to myself.
I see. Well, be careful out there. They're waiting for you, right?
They?
Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Take care of yourself. I wonder what extra bit you say if you just don't ask him directly, because we didn't have enough luck points for that either. One of these days we'll do a playthrough where we're rude to Sierra in the beginning. I made it across the border, and despite not having slept a wink, continued walking well into the evening until I once again reached Muse. It might not have been strictly necessary for me to return to Muse, but now that I'd had a look at the Highland Army, I wanted to see how the city-states would react. But in truth, that wasn't the only reason. I'd also used up all the money I had. Man, this is gonna be one rough trip if I can't afford to stop and take a rest for a single night. Huh? Hey, it's those kids. No way, are they still waiting for that boy to come back? Does that mean I passed before him? That can't be right. Did something happen? Although I wondered what was going on, it wasn't any of my business. I thought it best to continue on my way. But just as I began to make my way through the gate...
Hey, hey, hey! There, right there! Isn't that Joey? Let's go, Rio. You made it back. We knew you would. Rio, Nanami, you all kept your promise.
They'd been waiting for that boy, Joey. 2 childhood friends and the girl who clearly adored him. Is that why I kept seeing her face when I looked at the girl? As I watched their joyful reunion, such emotions filled my heart. The city-states in Highland, Luca Blight. There's still many battles left to fight, and even more blood would be spilled. As I walk away from them, my chest aches slightly. A flame of jealousy towards that boy had started to burn within me.
Nash!
Huh?
Nash! Contact! Money!
Yeah. You!
Nash! Orders!
Hey, wait! Dominguez! Give me my money. Then I'll give you my report on the Beast Rune.
Nash! Nash!
Wait!
All right, I believe that is the end of the chapter. And that is as much visual novel as I can do in one night. So, what we are going to do is I am going to turn off all the ending stream pizzazz and come back in about, I guess, 2.5 minutes with Final Fantasy X. There will probably be an interruption because even if I try to swap over on OBS, it'll probably just crash. So I'm just going to take the couple of minutes while the credits are running to put all that stuff together, and I will be back shortly. So see everybody in a few minutes, and we'll play FF10 honestly until I'm tired of it, which could be a long time. But so here we go.